from the last game, how are you guys shaping up for tomorrow's game? Because very different opposition. Although the last game went quite close, but it will be a very different challenge with India spinners for tomorrow.
Since we are here from the warm-up match against England, girls are doing really well. But I think against New Zealand and Australia, we did well, but we have to convert it to a win. So I think tomorrow will be the best day. That we have, whatever we have done well in previous matches, we have to do those things. And with that, at the same time, we have to keep doing our mistakes which we're repeating, which really costing all the matches which are very close, and especially in fielding. So hopefully girls will bounce back and make next two matches to our side as victories.
People talk about the gap between Australia and the rest of the world, but within Asia, the conversation is the gap between India and the other teams, because the Indian women's team has won the Asia Cup most times except 2018. Do you think that gap has now reduced over the last few years? You've been playing for so long.
If you take the history, India has a huge history. They have been playing for long years. If you take Sri Lanka, we've just started playing international cricket in 1997. From that, we have produced, I think, 60 plus international players. I think with the concept of the Women's Championship, teams like us, we get a lot of exposure. Like we play a lot of matches against good quality teams like New Zealand, England, Australia, India. So I think it has helped every team to improve themselves within the last few years. As a player who have played with lots of players like three generations in Sri Lanka, I think I quite know the gap we had. And since 2013, we did well, but we couldn't continue. So those are the problems that we are having as other Asian countries comparing to India. So I think players now have really learned from that, and players are trying to continuously perform. That's the main thing, because we know that potential is there, but performance, execution in big stage is the thing that we are lacking. So once again, thanks to ICC that we are playing good matches with good quality teams, which helped us to improve ourselves.
Everyone is talking about Shafali Verma and the impact she's having for India in the early overs, but India's middle order haven't been as successful with the bat. How important is getting Shafali out early into restricting India to a lower total?
Yeah, as we all know, they have very good lineup, but all are talking about Verma. Yeah, it's true. I think that's the challenge that we are having. If we take other countries also, New Zealand, Australia, they have huge lineup, but considering our potential, we keep believing ourselves and keep believing our plans. So hopefully, we will definitely have plans, and hopefully girls will execute those things tomorrow also. I know she's a very good player, and we should keep believing ourselves.
And India have posted some high totals in this tournament so far. What kind of total do you think you need to be reaching in order to beat them?
If we take previous few matches, it's been 140, 150 is very, and 130 also very good total in all grounds which we played. So I think anything 140 plus, 150 plus would be a very competitive total.
And as the group stage comes to its end, obviously if Bangladesh did beat New Zealand, there's still a chance there you could qualify. How exciting has it been to be part of such an open and competitive World Cup so far?
Yes, I think if we comparing ourselves, previous World Cups, the way we played this time is very special for us. I think we came with with young girls, with few senior players. Chamari Atapat to keep performing well, which really boosting the team all the time. So with those things, I think we are quite happy that the way we played, but definitely very disappointed that we couldn't cement any players further. So I think the young girls will learn lots of things from this tournament, and also I'm proud about my team, the way we played against always favored New Zealand and Australia, and even the warm-up match against England. So I think we're quite happy about our performance, but We are still hunger of a win, which will be possible in next 2 matches, which we are trying our best, more than 100% to get that.
We've been told that this is the tournament after which you're going to retire from all forms of cricket. Is that right?
Yes, that is what I've told to the Sri Lanka cricket, that I want to give up, retire from all formats. Hopefully, they will confirm me soon, and I think this will be the last tournament international.
Can you tell us what brought you to that decision and what plans you may have made for ahead?
I've been playing since I'm 17 years, so it's almost 17 years in international cricket. So I think I have to give some space to my personal life, family life. That is the main reason. So after retirement, I am hoping to have the qualifications of keep involving in women's cricket in Sri Lanka and do some service which I've gained these past years with my experience. I'm hoping to give some service to women's cricket in Sri Lanka.
Like you said, you've played almost 3 generations of Sri Lankan cricket, Sri Lankan players. What are the big changes that stand out in your this looking back over those 17 years?
The most important thing which really affecting at the moment is that we have lots of players who are playing now. Previously, we had only 4 to 5 clubs. Now it has increased a lot, and we have school cricket structure. Lots of players are there. The competition is there. Players also know that if we have to perform well, we have to be very competitive, keep cement a place in the team. So, and also, not like earlier, we are contracted, and financial secure is there with the help of forces, 3 forces, and Sri Lanka cricket girls are having very secure position if we get in financially. So with all these things and more matches, more tournaments from the ICC point of view, so I think with those reasons, lots of girls are playing. That was the thing that we were lacking in previous 20 years. So I think now it's happening, and if we take this team also, there are 4 players who played under 23 Asia Cup. So I think that's the improvement that we are having, and Sri Lanka is in good position that we have lots of young girls who can be really competitive in next few years. Yeah.
And similarly, looking back, do you have any moments where you think this should have been done differently in all these years that you've played?
Whenever I talk about that, I've been always telling about the tournaments and matches which we played past years, which was not enough, but regularly now it's been doing well. I mean, like, we are having lots of tournaments. Previously, we've been used to play with each and every few countries all the time, the same teams. But recently, we are getting lots of matches, and hopefully it will continue, and they will add some more tournaments and lots of opportunities to other teams also.